And for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm not Valerie Bertinelli, I'm not hot in Cleveland, I was never married to Anne Van Halen. My son looks a lot like his son, so maybe there was something going on that I would never tell. You would have known me maybe from Fame 100 years ago, for those of you who are old enough, or MTV, or Walker, Texas Ranger, or Pretty Little Liars now. So if any of you have teenagers, Pretty Little Liars is probably what we know me from. So I thought I'd just get that out of the way. I'm here today not to speak to you as a scientist or an esthetician or an expert. I'm here to speak to you as a consumer. Perhaps a consumer who has a little more pressure on her to kind of sustain a certain degree of health and beauty, you know, for longer than the average person would, because of the business I'm in, that's what they expect. But as a consumer, nonetheless. So I'm just going to tell you why I love DNA, okay? Without going into any specifics about what it's done for me or what it continues to do for me, I'm just going to very generally tell you that I love DNA because it gives me absolute confidence that what I'm using is the very best. And that my skin is the healthiest it can possibly be and the most beautiful and most vibrant it can possibly be. And at 52, when you're in the middle of menopause and everything else is changing, that is incredibly reassuring. That is one of the things that I love about DNA. I first came to DNA through a friend of mine who had it at home, and I tried the products and I loved them, and that in turn introduced me to a DNA esthetician, which opened up a whole other world, being introduced to the Pro line, and of course her bevy of protocols with, what do you guys have, all that radio frequency, the things and the little electrocution shock thing, but all the various protocols that we have to stay lifted and young and beautiful. And that brings me to another reason that I love DNA, and that is that no matter what protocol I should choose, because you know we're all changing and life changes and how we feel about what we're doing changes. So no matter what protocol I choose, whether it's, you know, Botox or injections or totally natural or to go in with a knife, no matter what it is, DNA will support it. DNA will enhance it. DNA will make sure that, again, you're having the absolute best results, no matter what. And that's something I can share with my girlfriends, no matter what protocols they're choosing. If I choose to go completely natural, I've got the best I can be. If my friend wants to go under the knife, she's going to have the best she can have, too, through DNA. And that is what I love about this product. I'm just here because I love it, and I'm here to help spread the news. I want to see DNA in every household, and from every household to a DNA esthetician, because I think DNA estheticians are the only estheticians people should have, for those very reasons. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy to help. I know Dr. Aguilar and I are talking about ways that I might be more beneficial in spreading the word, and so I'm sure we're open to any suggestions that you might have. If you need something from me, call Athena. And just seriously, we'll talk. I'm so happy to talk about spreading the word in any way, because I think it's just the most unique line. 30 years of being in the business that I'm in, it is the absolute most powerful and unique line I've ever come across. And so I'm happy to be here and help support you in any way. Okay?
Now I'm going to sing a song. I don't know what it feels to be that way.
Dr. Eddie was going to sing a song.